Teen pop sensation Miley Cyrus is causing a stir with a sexy new image. The singer's latest film clip for her new song Can't Be Tamed sees the Hannah Montana star live up to that title.
Fresh-faced 12-year-old Miley Cyrus won the role of Hannah Montana, cashing in on an alter ego that would earn her more than $100 million. But now at 17 and on the verge of adulthood, Cyrus is trading in that squeaky clean image for a sexy new one, and many of her tween fans just aren't going for it.
She used to be my role model, but now as she's getting older, she's just changing my thoughts. She's like moving on too much.
And leaving you guys behind?
Yeah. And now I'm not listening to her music as much.
They're not the only ones. First week sales for her latest album, Can't Be Tamed, were down 72% compared to her solo debut Breakout 2 years ago, and 33% less than last year's Time of Our Lives. Evidence that a decidedly more mature Cyrus may be a tough sell. It's a long way from the wonderful world of Disney.
I am going to be the social hub of senior year. Me!
I think they're going to follow her because they like who she is. They're loyal.
And that worries you?
A little bit.
A worry that Cyrus is going for an R-rated image while trying to keep her PG audience.
Miley's new scantily clad clip has sparked concern among parents whose children look up to the singer as an idol. To discuss what impact her image change could have on them, child psychologist Kimberley O'Brien from the Quirky Kids Clinic joins us. Morning, Kimberley.
Good morning, Angela.
Miley's moves are certainly provocative. Will children take them on board, and should parents be concerned enough to stop them watching the clip?
I think parents probably will be concerned when they look at the video clip and the lack of clothing, the gyrating. I think that's something that parents would probably want to screen from their kids. Kids are obviously going to show an interest in that sort of thing, but I think at the end of the day it's not the Miley Cyrus the kids are used to, so it's likely they'll lose focus and be looking for another role model.
Well, Miley's not the only teen idol that's seemingly grown up too fast. Lindsay Lohan was once such an idol. She's sent to jail last week. Is it concerning that these are the idols that our children mimic?
I think it is concerning, but also these things happen in the school playground as well, where one child may be quite popular and then the next day an issue might arise. And for tween girls, it's quite common to have relationships that are very intense and then they're almost dropped overnight. So I think that when things like this happen, girls are smart enough to switch off and to tune into more positive role models, such as Tora Bride, and she's an Olympic gold medalist, and we actually are involved at the moment in a search for the top 10 Australian tweens, positive role models, at the Quirky Kid Clinic and through Cartoon Network. So it's really important for girls to look for positive role models, and they can log on to gwen10.com to get involved in a competition at the moment to represent top 10 role models in Australia.
Well, that sounds like an excellent plan. I'm just going to ask you on a slightly different subject, but you still have an area of expertise. Mel Gibson's tirades of abuse, if it is demonstrated to be him on those tapes, what sort of impact is that likely to have on his children? He has 8, particularly the youngest, who's hearing his mother and father like this, or her mother and father.
I think, number one, they'll be extremely embarrassed, and not uncommon for kids and adolescents to be embarrassed by their parents' behaviour, but this is extreme, as we know. Obviously there's an anger management issue, and that's likely to maybe be passed on to the kids if they hear that sort of behaviour in the home setting. It's really disappointing and unfortunate for the kids and the family. And
that baby's going to grow up and hear this one day.
Yeah, I think it's incredibly stressful for babies and toddlers to be around such aggression, so it's obviously very, very concerning, and notifications to agencies like DOCS occur because of behaviour such as that. So I think, it wouldn't be, out of the ordinary for a child to be removed from a family because of scenes such as that. Domestic violence is a major issue for kids.
Indeed. Look, thanks so much for your time this morning. Child psychologist Kimberley O'Brien.